Hello everybody, I'm going to show you something today that I bought for a very specific purpose. This is the DBX GO Rack. It's a little $35 module. It's a standalone mixer, it has an auxiliary input, it has switchable mic line inputs, and it's line output. It has a compressor, it has an EQ on it, it has a feedback eliminator, all kinds of neat stuff. The reason I bought it though is not to run between my mixing board and my speakers. I bought it as a converter for mic to line. Now, why do I need that? I'm building a new micro system and I'm looking at this piece right here, the DJM 450 from Pioneer. It's small, it's compact, it has all the effects I want in it, and a 10-inch mixer. The problem is it only has one microphone input. Now, why is that a problem? Well, as a mobile DJ, I like to have a wired mic and a wireless mic, as many people do. But it goes beyond that. I don't like sharing my personal microphone with anybody. It's kind of like my toothbrush. I don't share that either. So I hand the guest mic to all the guests. They can spit all over it all they want. In the meantime, I stay healthy by not sharing a microphone and having my own dedicated mic. I'll give you a quick walkthrough on the back of the unit. In the meantime, I'll show you how I have hooked everything up. First of all, you have your inputs. They are Nutric and they accept either 1/4 inch or XLR. Now you have left and right inputs. You can run them independently or mono. I'll show you that when we look at the front of the unit. Next to each input, you have a mic line switchable input. So if you're running your mixing board through this, you're going to want to run line. If you're running a microphone through this, like I am over here on the left channel, you need to run mic. In the middle here, you have an auxiliary plug. This is for your computer. This is for an iPad or anything that you want to put into this device to play music through it. You could use an iPhone 7 if it had a mini plug, but it doesn't. So yeah, that's what this is for. You can just play tunes through it if you'd like. Then you have your outputs. They are line outputs and they are XLR. I'm only running one through the left because I am only running one microphone. I'll show you how I did the rest of that cable in a minute. And then you have your power, of course. Just plug that in and you're all set. So the XLR goes out mono, we know that. Now we have to split the signal somehow. We also have to convert it to RCA. So this is what I built. This goofy looking thing from parts that I got at the local music shop. What you have is an XLR to 1/4 inch adapter. Then you have a 1/4 inch to RCA Y cable adapter. That allowed me to go ahead and run my mono signal into my line left and right. And now the fun stuff. Here we are on the front of the unit. First of all, let's go ahead and turn the volume up. They recommend that you start at 70 and then you use your independent left and right to adjust volume further. All right, we have microphone. Can you hear it? Now this is the mute button. Hit it and the microphone is muted. Hit it again and your microphone is unmuted. Press and hold. This is your output selector. Now what you can do with this is select between a few different configurations. One is your inputs are coming in mono and your outputs are going out mono. Two is your inputs are coming in stereo and your outputs are going out stereo. Three is your inputs are coming in mono, however your auxiliary for your phone or whatever is going out stereo. So for our purposes, we'll just put it on 2. We could put it anywhere really, but let's just put it on 2. Let's pretend we're going to run 2 mics through this thing. So, all right, that's done. Now you have your anti-feedback. Press and hold that, and you can select between 1 and 3. 1 is for band or instruments for band. 2 is for DJs and pre-recorded music. And 3 is just for vocal. Now, seeing how we're just doing vocal, we can absolutely leave it on 3. But I don't really need the feedback eliminator today. It sounds pretty good. Next, we have the compressor. I love compression. Press and hold, and you can turn up your compression. Now, this gives your voice some bass. It also helps where you don't have to scream into a microphone anymore. Let's crank up the compression to like 65. Woo, see, now we're getting feedback. Now let's try our feedback eliminator, and it helped. Well, a little bit. We're still getting a little bit of feedback. We're probably running too hot. We can bring our microphone down a little bit on our volume. That's pretty good. With the feedback eliminator and our volume adjusted, Sounds pretty good. Still getting a little squeak here and there, but I am really close to the speakers in all fairness. Let's just turn both of those things off for a minute. Compressor, no compressor. Compressor, no compressor. You can hear the difference. Subsynth is weird. This is for band instruments. It sounds weird. I'll turn it on so you can hear what it sounds like. It's really goofy. You see, you turn that thing up and it really gives you a really goofy sound. I don't see where this is good for microphone. It might be good for subwoofer or something. So we're not going to use that. Turn that off. Off. Then you also have an EQ with, I think, 16 different digital signal processing settings. All the way up to 16, all the way down to 1. Now I read that 12 is for vocals. So we're going to leave that on 12. We can leave it on or turn it off. So before I wrap this video, I did want you to hear what the microphone sounded like where I'm not standing right next to the camera. I'm probably about 20 feet away now. And this is what you're sounding like with the compression, with the EQ, through this Go Rack and into the line input of my mixing board. So I hope that answered your question. This is why I bought it. This is how I'm going to use it. And I think for my purposes, it works pretty good. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't believe in a lot of processing gear between your mixing board and your speakers because I feel like you probably should have bought good stuff in the first place. And if you do, trust me, if you buy premium mixing boards and premium speakers and you have a nice clean signal running to your mixing board via a good sound card and clean audio files, you're not going to need any processing gear. Everything's going to sound fine. This is kind of trying to mask a tumor with a band-aid. But for my purposes and for microphone purposes, processing is tons of fun, and I think it works pretty well. So if you have any questions or want to see this used in another way, let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to get that video out for you. So until then, practice and enjoy.